Okay, my name is Walter L. Robinson, and we're talking about uh, black women. We're talking about women in general, but we more specifically talking about black women, and we're talking about why black guys are having or had or they're expressing a negativity about black women. You know, they wear short this and tight this, and they wear all this animal hair, and they think they're white, and they think they're this, and we got to do something about it because you know, we're losing the race and everything is falling apart and all this and all this and all this. And so what I'm doing here is trying to inject some other material into the equation, and see maybe we can solve a lot of problems, or we can reduce a lot of problems, or we can diffuse a lot of problems, you know, and hopefully we don't make the problem worse than what it is. I took my hat off, try to hide my bald spot here, but okay, like I was saying, I've been married for 40 years. I have a mean wife. You know, she's a school teacher, and you know, she teach first grade. And she think I'm one of her students, you know, put your shoes under the bed. Well, you didn't do this right. Go back and straighten your bed. Go comb your hair. You say, now, did you comb your hair? You know, I told you to comb your hair. You ought to comb your hair and all this stuff. You know, so all kinds of stuff. Now, what I should be excited about and what I shouldn't be excited about, I don't know. But of course I know. We're going to look at this chart, and we're going to keep looking at the chart a little bit, and we'll bring this chart up first. First we'll go through the chart, and a lot of this maybe you've seen already, but we want to show you some little different things about this women's reproductive chart, and it's quite interesting. By accident, I've ran onto some material. Maybe you already know some of this material, but there are people who don't, because we're having a lot of trouble with these young black women. And so we're going to look at the chart. Okay, here we are. Now, this is a chart of the human reproduction system, and it's female. It's the female reproductive system. Now, you can find this chart on YouTube without a lot of problems. You can find it in books. Most women have seen this chart many times. The old guys, whatever, they've seen this chart probably in high school or whatever, many times. But there are certain things about this chart maybe we've missed, and we want to look at it closer. You know, we're going to look at it closer to see, see what's going on here. Now, let's go through the chart quick. This is the female reproductive system, and these are the main organs, primary organs of the reproductive system. This is the vagina right here. At the top of the vagina is the cervix. Then we have the ovaries and the fallopian tube that goes into the uterus. Now, this is pretty well straightforward, and we want to look at that. Now, this is common among all human females, and a lot of animals have the same basic structure. It runs on a 28-day cycle, and we'll go through the 28-day cycle and we're talking about general women, young women, between age of when they start their menstrual cycle, I guess different times, 12, 11, 12, 13, you start spotting early, and then you get more into a natural flow, a natural rhythm. Okay, here we go. Day 1, the egg drops from the ovaries. This is the ovary. The egg drops into the receiver of the fallopian tube. Day 2, it begins to move up the fallopian tube. Now, once this egg dropped, the ovaries began to secrete hormones. The egg drops, the ovaries secrete hormones. Now, what do these hormones do? They go into the bloodstream. It goes feminine characteristics: hair, light voice, fair of skin, eyelashes, hips, breasts, wiggle, jiggle, giggle. These are hormones, and they go into the body. Now, what they're trying to do, they're preparing the body for the child, and they're preparing the body to receive the sperm. So when the ovaries produce an egg, the egg drops here, hormones are dispelled into the body. So the hormones alert the body. It's the egg being moved. Now you get the woman that it affects the personality of the woman. We'll go through first, then we'll come back. The egg drops. 3rd day it's about here. 5th day it's about here. 6th day it's so. 8th day is here. 11th day, 13th day, and we can see the egg right here. Maybe you can see that little dot. This is the egg as it flows up through the fallopian tube on its way to the uterus. Now, if it's not met by sperm, the sperm is introduced into the vagina, and we don't really need to really get into the cervix, but it receives some nourishment here in the cervix or whatever, and it swims up this way, and we say it, but we're talking hundreds of thousands of these little spermatozoids. They come up here, and they usually meet the egg here if the sperm is available. You get fertilization, the egg and the sperm flows down and connects onto the wall of the ovary. But if it's not received here, then what happened? It comes here, it dissolves, and all this flows out as what we call the period. It flows out usually in the 28th day. The menstrual flow has already started, and it takes about 3 days before it clears the body, and then the cycle begins again. The wall builds up. As this drops, the wall builds up. We have hormones going into the body, going into the bloodstream, and the cycle begins again. And we're going to take a little break quick, and we're going to come right back.